Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a very special presentation of the Final Fantasy Randomizer. This, our winter tournament of heavyweight matchup between Danny383 and Luffy DV. I am joined in the booth by a very special guest here that I was able to reach out to and bring in. The one, the only, the one of the runner-ups of Fall League 2022, Mr. 757. How are you today, Mr. 757?
Hey, Lord Fizzlebeef, I am doing great. I appreciate you reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity to be back on the big screen.
Now, have you managed to get yourself acquainted with these winter tournament flags?
So, I've watched a couple races. Haven't really delved into it myself, but from everything I've seen, they seem exciting.
It's a pretty digestible flag set. I think you'll pick up a lot of it as we go. We have very similar parties going on. We've got Fighter Thief Red Black out of both people from the School of Speed and Power. What do you think?
I think the meta's changed a little bit. I remember black belts being really prevalent a couple years ago. So I'm excited to see what all is going on. Like, we're using thieves now?
We are using thieves now. They're really good at running, and that's apparently a thing counterintuitively in flag sets with a lot of unrunnables.
See, I feel like if you can't run from things, the best thing to do is just punch them, and I'll be interested to see how these runners kind of work around that.
Quick talk about blursings. On the fighter today, we've got 10 def and 80 health. The thief is running plus 15 agility and Ella plus magic. Red mages get 20 def and 10 strength, and the black mages get 25 agility and 800 gold.
That'll help for buying all those spells early. I mean, you've got a red and a black mage. You might not have any kind of spells to buy, so maybe they can buy some gear with it. Maybe do some stabbing if they need to.
Yeah, I always love seeing 800 gold early because I always feel unable to just buy the gear that I want out of the first two towns, and that 800 gold goes a lot further than you expect, especially when Iron Armor is randomly 1,000 gold for no reason.
Yeah, and it seems like around Provoca to Elfland is really when like the spell costs keep chalking up, so depending on what kind of route these runners get, like if they decide they're going to sail to those two towns first, they might have to pay a really exorbitant price for some hopefully good magic.
Yeah. Alright, any second now, they should be on their way. And then we get to figure out what's in Canaria.
If anything, I'm sure it'll be a good time.
I'm kind of hoping for one of the more jetty seats, personally.
Yeah, it's curious. I think the one seat I saw earlier had a pretty early floater, so I'm curious to see if we get that again.
Well, we got White Locked, Cure 3, and Exit. It's fine, we don't need those. And over in Black Magic, we got Stun. Not exactly going to help us get through Garland, but, I mean, Stun.
Alright, now I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I'm glad they have that 800 gold to buy some swords with.
Yes. Kinda need that here. Just stun and then just with swords until Garland falls over. That's our plan for TOF right now.
Well, I think if you said correctly, the Thief does have that Elemental Plus magic, so at least it has a couple sweeper charges on it.
And early encounters. Oh, it just gets better.
See, it's just screaming out for a black belt. Early encounter, go hit some things in the desert.
Yeah, we don't do that stuff around here. So, Luffy headed up for the top left boxes. Early bridge. And a Falchion +3. So now we have 3 melee people. Let's go.
Now, if we can get like a silver dagger for that black mage, we can just have like a whole armada of them.
Oh, that's right. Somebody started with the elemental plus magic, the thief, I think. So we do actually have a real spell to get through some of this.
Well, hopefully that'll carry for a while, because with that black mage going down, he's not getting levels anytime soon.
Kind of having trouble with this Temple of Fiends. This the kitchen sink pack in Temple of Fiends landing unrunnable is always a problem, especially when you just constantly see them.
Yeah, those mixed packs are awful, because as soon as one thing has a script or a spell, it's just going to really ruin your day.
So Luffy first to Garland.
Look at that. Stabbing works great.
And we get a Sun plus 1 sword and a wizard stick. Oh man. Exciting.
I'd like to see Luffy use that wizard stick on the pirates. I feel like that's just like peak Luffy. I'm pretty sure that happened somewhere in like that One Piece manga anime thing, but I could be wrong.
No, that's I mean, I didn't watch it myself, but from what I'm led to believe from the promotional art, he definitely casts Confuse a lot.
Yeah, I think I saw one clip of him bouncing around and I was immediately confused, so it worked on me.
Yeah.
So it looks like Luffy's gonna go open some more boxes. I guess he's trying to find something useful up here.
Any cash, anything to sell, any key items. There's a bottle. And a boat.
2 for 2.
And a TNT, 3 for 3 out of Matoya, which is not uncommon.
I mean, when the blind lady just leaves all her stuff laying around, I guess that's what you can expect to happen when 4 ragged light warriors roll in and say, "Hey, we've got these orbs to light. Can we steal your stuff?" Alright, so Danny looks like she's about to go and follow in the same steps as Luffy. He's going into Provoca here. Checking magic first, I guess he's desperately wanting someone to have a sweeper aside from that thief. I guess Zap qualifies as a sweeper.
I mean, it's only technically faster than the wizard stick.
So Zap is the best thing to come out. Well, Zap and Fast, I guess, are the best things to come out of level 2 magic.
Well, Lightning 2 for exclusively the pirate fight. Well, we could probably actually get some use elsewhere.
Yeah, because but Luffy didn't buy it, at least. He bought Zap and Fast on both of his red and black mages, respectively.
Interesting. Interesting.
More key items. I appreciate this note-taking that you have going on. This will make it a lot easier. Like, this reminds me of like our co-op note-taking from Fall League a few years back.
It's very important to take notes. That way the audience is aware of the match as it happens. And we do have Windfox in the background clicking the buttons on the tracker. I had to do a little bit of cropping work to make it fit in the overlay spaces provided. It was much easier to just crop everything into that than to change the overlay, because why mess with perfection?
I agree, and this is, I'm loving this screen here. Like, we have so much room on the screen for notes. We've got 2 great big video windows for our runners to be seen in.
Alright, TNT, an Opal bracelet. Is it just me, or has the Opal bracelet rolled +5 in literally every sea that you find it in?
I've seen it roll high a lot. I've seen the weapons all roll down, the armor all roll up, and I feel like that seems to be on par for the flags I've seen.
Mm-hmm. What did we have in white magic? I mean, we got lamp. Which
Level 2 had Harm 3 and A Fire, I think. Maybe X for...
Well, we don't need Harm 3, because we got Lightning 2. Strictly better AoE.
Yeah, especially when it's cast by that red wizard.
Yeah. Lamp is actually unironically good in this flag set. If it's early enough, and it's cheap enough, and I haven't, like, seen any side of Cure 4 yet, I might take it as a backup. Because there's been a couple seeds where I've crashed into Topher with 0 ribbons and gone just like, well, hope nothing's got ink.
Speaking of not having anything, black magic shops.
Yeah.
At Bane and Warp at level 3, and that's, I guess the theme of this particular season would be, I hope you like insta-kills.
Oh, this is going to be a real test of resource management. We got Zap, we got Bane, we got Lightning 2, and we got level 1 Stun. Those are the pieces of a puzzle. Like, I can see myself screaming into Earth Cave with those, but it's going to be a very delicate operation.
Yeah, the few races I've seen, a lot of runners don't tend to hit Earth at high levels, so they don't have a lot of spell charges, and if that's the only route you can go, your options are run from everything and hope you don't hit all the unrunnables, or find a key item and come back later.
Right. Oh, I am a bad streamer, and I forgot to note our tracker. There we go.
Lots of money in these top marsh boxes, so that'll make buying all those spells in Elfland a lot easier.
Oh, did we find a ribbon? Rubes is calling out for a rib.
It may have been in the top right box. I think Danny's about to pick it up.
Oh, we got ribbons. Okay, so let's...
I can't believe Luffy's going out of his way to just slaughter all those poor bats. They're what help keep the ground pest-free in Marsh, and he's just, I don't know, it's having an adverse effect on the ecology here.
I mean, some people just like bingo too much. It's just, it's a compulsion at this point. See bats, kill bats, light the square.
Maybe we should have given him a bingo board to light up as he does things.
So no sight of anything important down here. We got a ruby, but that doesn't solve our immediate problems.
No, because from here we need, what, either canal or canoe to get somewhere?
Yeah. There's adamant. That continues to not solve problems.
I'm feeling like this is going to be a key in Marsh. In, like, that top right canal. Maybe we can still get a key in Marsh and make Luffy go back down and check all the key locks.
So we got more fetch items to turn in. We've got Ruby, which leads to 4 boxes and an NPC. And we've got Urban Adamant.
And Crown as well, on Luffy's side.
There. I'm keeping all the negative notes in red.
I can't help but notice that Luffy has all the negative notes.
Yes.
I approve of this approach.
So we're gonna do our crown turn in real quick. What do we got? That's a tail. Take it.
Yeah, I think we want that.
Zap is a difficult hill to climb. I know we saw in a race the other day, we saw someone just swagger on in here and single zap cast zap Astos. That's not how that's supposed to work.
I did like that pivot to stun for
Mhm.
Luffy, because,
Yes.
you know, with Power Word and stun, that kills all of Astos' evasion, so
Mm-hmm.
that poor little fighter went from hitting for like 30 damage to 190.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, classic gamer chat. It is better than 3 into 56, but that is not an endorsement of said approach. Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, if it works 3 out of 256 times, you have a chance.
And I think Zap on Astos, I think it's still single digits, but not a 3 out of 256.
Alright.
And an X-Cal plus 5.
That's a big sword.
Mm-hmm.
So, tail X-Cal plus 5. If you're in Luffy's shoes at this moment, once you get out of this area, are you immediately zipping down to promote, or are you working your way down there after, like, Earth?
Oh. See, normally, like, it's not even a question, I just say Earth. The magic situation is giving me pause. No, I'm still going Earth. Oh, hey, there's Gear 4, and that's promo locked. And Lightning 3.
Hey, look!
That's a spell
Sweepers
that
and
does
things
damage.
at level 4. Silver plus 6 bracelets are pretty big.
Yes, do endorse those for Thief and Black Mage.
Especially for the low price of 1,600 gold. That's a big pickup.
Mm-hmm. Picking up Bane and Lock, Bane and Warp, ignoring Fire and Lock. I think I would have taken one of those. Probably the Lock.
Yeah, I think Lock and Warp are probably the two holdouts here.
Mm-hmm. I might have actually, knowing that Brack was 4, I might have taken Fire over Bane. Hooray! Oh, I missed that. What was that?
That was the Power Bonk -1.
Okay.
I am disappointed in Luffy's choice of letting that poor, horrible, just suffering dwarf live.
He's not suffering. He has an exclamation point in what he says. Alright.
Yeah, he's happy to see you. He's hoping that you're going to release him from his torment.
No. He's just happy to see you.
I may have read into it a little too far then. So it looks like Luffy's gonna really kind of lean into that X-Cal plus 5 before he chooses to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it seems like a big sword. I was looking at the flags, and it looks like the elemental damage was dialed up a bit.
It is.
And with, like, almost everything having an elemental weakness, I think that's going to be a big play for him, especially with the magic situation.
It'll definitely solve problems now, but I still think we could have made a run at Earth before we needed to, like, worry about that.
Yeah, I mean, you did at least have the light axe out of the dwarf closet. So that way, if you do have some undead, you at least have a little bit of a guaranteed sweeper for it.
Yeah. Alright, Luffy probably headed back up to Earth. Looks like Danny didn't do any turn-ins. Maybe because we already have the tail? But she's going straight to Earth like a champ.
Yeah, I believe she turned in the X-Cal, and then she hadn't done dwarfs earlier, so she picked up, I believe it was the crown from in there.
Gotcha. And by straight to Earth, I mean straight through Titan to Earth.
I mean, technically Titan lives in the ground, so you're not wrong. Fade and Ruse and Cure 2 at level 5, and there's Temper for both the Black and Red Wizard. It's like just a bit of money out of the Titan closet. I do like how it looks like Danny upgraded the wheels on her her wheelchair there. They seem to be doing really well for that off-roading that she's having to do in this part of the world.
It's very important to have an all-terrain wheelchair.
I mean, you're going through swampy, nasty ground. I mean, absolutely. You don't want to get bogged down over there. There's a vampire around.
And Danny says no to the bad cash and a shard and heads straight back towards Earth Cave.
Yeah, I guess worst case scenario, if you're feeling desperate later, you can always grab the shard from Sharda.
Yeah.
As a chat points out.
Oh.
See, that reset back was pretty nice. I mean, it's going to cost Luffy about another minute and a half to get back there. So that might offset Danny a little bit with having not gone down and promoted first.
So what do we got Earth 1 so far?
Heal pot and some cash and nothing really worth looking at. Another shard. So that'll make up for leaving Sharda behind.
Yep.
So Earth Cave has always scared me. So back in Fall League, you know, you get down to Earth 3, Earth 4, like we talked about in TOF, there's those mixed packs. I'm kind of wondering what horrors are awaiting them down there.
Right. I mean, I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, you rolled this, right? I mean, you've only inherited Danny's seed rolling. I don't believe you've refined it quite yet, so I think there's hope. If someone else had rolled this, maybe not. But I like how we're going so far.
Yeah. No, that's not what that looks like. Let's do.
It's a nice little defense sword pickup down there in the bottom Earth 2 chest.
There we go. We got a muffin.
Oh, a muffin. I thought you were drawing broccoli at first.
I mean, muffins are just brown broccoli if your art skills are that refined.
I mean, I can see it.
Yeah.
Put little muffins on the big muffin, it looks exactly like it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll make a poppy seed. We got some little specks in there. There we go. It's perfect.
I think this is starting to turn into food chat. I think we're summoning someone. Uh-oh. The trolls are unrunnable. This could prove a little bit daunting.
That's a little awkward. I would have preferred to have fire here.
I think Luffy got salvaged there by having done that promotion because his X-Cal cut through him pretty easily, whereas Danny caught 2 trolls and unfortunately had to reset out because her fighter got dark. So I missed if they had Dark Touch or if they cast Dark, but I'm gonna assume they probably had the Dark.
I'm pretty sure it was Dark Touch. Ooh, something in there. Something in the werewolves have first skill Dazzle. That's unfortunate.
Looks like the Earth Elementals do too.
It's fine with the Earth Elementals. We're only going to see one for the foreseeable future. It's the packs of wolves I'm a little scared of, and there's Canoe. There's always something in Earth Cave.
So we have Rod. We're level 4-ish. Do we push our luck and continue diving, or do we take our canoe and turn around and say, hey, I think this is all Earth has, let's just go somewhere else?
Nah, we still need an Oxyel or a Chime or a Floater. That's got to be in here somewhere.
A lot of green wolves on Danny's side.
Mm-hmm. And if nothing else, if we can make it to the end of Earth, there's 2 free shards.
True. Looks like werewolves have Dark Touch. So this is like the Stun Dark Earth dungeon. This is This may not be fun on Earth 4.
There we go. I got a look at Danny's inventory, and she had a lot less armor than Luffy did. I believe Luffy took additional trips to the armor shop, whereas Danny did not.
See, you call it thrifty.
Yeah.
I call it smart spending. She invested her cash in spells.
Hmm. So Luffy first to the vampire, going with some zap strats. Doesn't need it. Stabbo from the Sun Sword, we're good to go.
Looks like he has plenty of potions at least, so that should be good for him. Because I think the best healing spell we've seen so far has been Cure 2 at level 5, and then he hasn't gone back for that Cure 4 that's promo locked at 4 yet.
Yeah, that's the only one I know of, is the promo locked Cure 4.
This undead pack on Luffy's side is the one that always scares me. Because between everything, for some reason, Geister Specters always have something.
Question, chat. Wouldn't the Light Axe 5 be better than the Sun 1? I think they're comparable. Sure, the Light Axe is going to have better crit, but I think the Sun Sword still has enough other better things that I would probably run that.
Sir, this is a positive stream. Only positive vibes in here, please. We don't go to the Louvre and disrespect the art.
Yeah, right.
So I think Canoe and Cash was really about all Earthgave had. That and the, as you mentioned, the 2 free shards at the end of the dungeon.
Well, at least we get the 2 free shards.
Yeah, it's nice to grab them gradually if you can, just because unlike the Orb XP, with the Shard EXP, it goes up for every shard you have. You don't have to hit a certain breakpoint to get a bonus from it. So that's really what is going to help ramp up your EXP in these particular flags, is getting those shards early enough to where you can take advantage of them in the dungeons that have the better EXP encounters.
Right.
Alright, looks like we got a shard fight going on Luffy's side. Fire 3, stabbing, zap strats.
Yeah, Zap gets there.
Ooh,
behold the mighty Lich, and it's gone. Question, chat. What does Luffy hate? Luffy hates lightning too, and he has tofu. Those are 2 separate notes.
Counterpoint, maybe he hates that he has tofu.
Maybe
We'll have to ask him what he feels about that later on.
he knew that he would be getting tofu, so he took his frustration out on Lightning too.
Yeah, he threw it to the side. For all the Light Axe naysayers, that was a 600 swing from that Fizzlebot Knight that Danny has, so that was a pretty way to show you don't need no zap where we're going. Alright, so canoe in hand, are we doing the chest play of Volcano / Ice / Crescent, or are we going to be a gambling man and say, something we need's not here, let's go play with Ordeals or Waterfall?
So at this point, you need to start asking yourself the question, do I feel like I'm at a disadvantage? Do I feel like I'm behind? If you feel like you really just need a Hail Mary, sure, let's see what Ordeals has. If we're following the math and following the numbers, straight to Volcano. Like, I probably wouldn't have even stopped at Crescent first. Yes, the NPCs do tend to reward key items more often than not, but that's a problem that we'll solve after a Volcano dive.
Yeah, it looks like the sages just had a rusty piece of iron armor anyways.
Mhm.
I think the best thing to come out of Crescent Lake was Luffy found life at level 6, and I believe that was in a Red Wizard slot. So at least he has a way to bring back the dead now.
Mhm. If it was not the first slot, then yes, that Red Wizard has access to life, but I'm not sure if we have the cash for it.
It looks like it was pretty cheap. I think around 5,000, so I believe you picked it up.
Mhm.
Danny did find some pretty nice pro rings in Melmond.
Hooray!
Who hoorays!
Alright, let's squeak that in over here.
Alright, so Luffy choosing to go to Volcano, Danny going back and doing her turn-ins, now that she had both the Adamant and the TNT. See, look, now her armor's looking a lot better. It's almost full all the way.
Almost. Oh, I think these Argoyles are unrunnable, which is why we're attacking them. Unfortunate that Zap didn't work.
It's gonna be really unfortunate when those come in, I don't know, the 8-packs here in a minute. Looks like Danny's following behind Luffy, going over to Crescent. She's still avoiding that promotion.
We haven't had to go to the Northern Hemisphere yet. I get it.
Is that one of the tenets of speed and power, is don't go out of the way?
Pretty much, yeah. Part of the thing of this flag set is that you just gotta go after the stuff. When you're near, like, the cool things, by all means, get the cool things. I would not have promoted before Volcano. I just would have come screaming in here. So nothing so far on the out-of-the-way chests in Volcano Armory.
Yeah, I think the best we got over there was a house. That's not the way to Volcano, Danny. Where's she going? Is she gonna go promote now?
Danny promoting? No, Danny is docking at the middle dock, so she has better access to Volcano and Ice Cave.
I like it. That dock doesn't get used as much anymore now that we have that open progression over there.
Mm-hmm.
I think she should get a bonus point for using the middle dock, but that's just my opinion. Crystal Lava Volcano.
There we go.
I think we had about 2 or 3 shards in that big area, the armory.
That's pretty usual. It's never like completely empty, but it's never like, oh my god, 90% of these boxes were shards.
Yeah, and they should be within 1 shard of each other, I believe. Luffy, at least once Danny gets off that fire floor, because Luffy is sitting at 11. The only one that he kept that Danny didn't was the one from Sharda. So she should be at 10 once this is done. So at least they're still pretty neck and neck with regards to our shard count and progression.
And the forced speed fight on the armory floor is not the end of the world because it'll give us some levels, and then we can warp out and house before we head down inside.
And it's convenient that we got a house in there, so as long as she checks that back hairpin, I don't know if she's picked up any yet, but she'll at least be given one here.
Yeah. Oh, unrunnable grave.
Quite a few unrunnables here.
Yeah, no running in the volcano today.
I mean, it is hard to run through magma. I'm not sure when the last time you tried it was, but it kind of defeats the purpose. Step in it, your ankles melt off, it just, you don't go anywhere.
I mean, they could try rubber boots. If it works.
Only they had like a cone of cold, they can just cast it and just be like, I'm gonna turn this floor into solid lava. We can just walk on it.
Sir, have you been eavesdropping on my D&D campaign?
No, I'm just thinking this game is inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, and that seems like the thing a pretty bright wizard would do, would say, hey, here's a bunch of lava, I can make it freeze with ice, why can't we just do the thing?
I feel like I'm being gaslit here. Because that's literally what's happening in my D&D group right now. Is our wizard was just like, I mean, I can make ice, and that's really hot, so what if I just throw ice at it?
See? Your wizard is brilliant. So far, Volcano's turned up a big nothing. I think outside of the armory floor, I think we've gotten maybe 1 or 2 shards out of it.
Oh, Pro Ring plus 6. I think those were expensive earlier, so we'll take a free one. Caleb in chat.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. I know this GoComs. Yes, I have in fact included him on the overlay. This is 7575757. Infamous from his run during Fall League of 2022.
You can say I peaked at that point. Went out on top, as it were. In second place. So yeah. I mean, it was great fun.
Yeah, went out just below the top. Yeah.
Sir, 2 is a bigger number than 1.
That's true. That's true. I did not do the math. So, Luffy versus Carry 1. Wizard Stick lands, and we got a big swing out of the X-Cal. I suspect this fight is not going to take very long.
You love to see status ailments landing on Carry. It's even more fun when we have that improved fire flag turned on to where she suddenly says, hey, I'm going to cast fire on myself. So I think Luffy escaped with, including the shards from Carry, at some total of 4 through the rest of Volcano, and no progression to speak of.
Well, if it's not Volcano, it's ice.
I'm feeling like this is going to be... let's put on our Fall League hat.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like it's going to be Chime for sale in Gaia. No, I'm sorry, in Onrak. And then you have to go to Onrak to buy the chime to get into the Mirage Tower to get the Oxyel to go back over to C to get the floater to get the cube out of Cardia.
I don't think it's going to be that involved. I think we're going to get the chime out of ice, and then I think we're going to have to do the chime C sky dance. And I think loot. Where's loot going to be? Loot's going to be third floor sky.
I was thinking Marshlock. Because we also don't have the key, so the later the key goes, it feels like that pushes that loot to be in any more infinite number of places. You know, with infinite being on a scale of how many ever boxes we have in this game. I think that's like the 7th time I've seen Luffy cast Stun this seed, and I'm getting more and more impressed by the minute.
It's a lot more powerful than people give it credit for, especially in this flag set.
Oh look, he throws something away to pick up the Light 2 item off the ground, when he could have had Infinite Life 2 or Light 2 earlier.
I'm not buying it. I think he's trying to throw us off the trail. He picked it up, but is he gonna use it? I'm not convinced.
Maybe he's trying to tell us that instead of hating Lit 2, he's just kind of ambivalent towards it.
No, I'm leaving the note.
I mean, I'd make it bowler, honestly, but as long as we keep it there unmodified, that'd be great.
Well, let's hang on.
Maybe put like a Harry Potter copyright Thunderbolt next to it.
Oops. There.
Oh, there's a box with an X down there in that 6-pack room. I think Luffy should open it. This X marks the spot, and he's a pirate, and pirates love treasure.
There. We've bolded it.
Excellent. I think it stands out. It kind of has that pop.
Yeah. Especially because I didn't get the blue right before I just scribbled over it. It's fine. Art is about expression. And sometimes you have to express in slightly off colors.
And I'm going to express my my discomfort and my disapproval if this X marks the spot box doesn't get opened. He can't claim to be a pirate if he doesn't open.
That's true. When you know that... Oh, no, he is going for it.
Oh!
Oh, this is brave. This is brave. Going for stun, which is unfortunate because that's not going to do nothing. Power Gauntlet goes off. White shirt for melee goes off after that ninja got decked in the face. Stun. Ta-da! Let's do a round 2. We got a white shirt. We're going for some lightning 3. More power. But we're running out of power. Other options, let's go for the zap. Doesn't get there. More power. Incoming melee. The ninja survives. This is a very melee-focused war mech. As Danny takes on Carry. I'm going to try more zap strats. Lightning 3 not going to get very far. Very melee-exclusive war mech. That gives me concerns for Topher. 7 hits, 1172. Down goes war mech.
I'm gonna salute this pirate.
Yeah.
Give him a round of applause and a golf clap.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. He's living up to it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can call him the Pirate King.
Oh no, we gotta... Hang on, this deserves something fancy.
Oh, there's a big floating rock down there in the ice cave. I guess you could call that French vanilla floater. Danny makes her escape from the volcano, really doesn't have any problems whatsoever with Carrie.
That's not what we tried to move. There we go. That's where we move that. So I was looking away. I assume Danny made it through Carrie.
Correct. She got through Carrie, exited out of volcano with everyone up, and then she is still continuing to follow right there, right behind Luffy. It's almost like they know what each other's going to do, and they're just so familiar with this routing.
It's almost as though they've been doing practice seeds together for an inordinate amount of time.
I also guess we have to give Luffy some credit. He also used that ice dock, and we missed it earlier. And I'd hate to besmirch him of not having that GPS medal too.
Yep. Let's add that. There we go.
Is it still an FFR special if your zaps and ice threes only land on everything but one thing?
Yeah. that is for Zap especially. Like Zap will always, especially in like the lower hemisphere, do everything but one thing. Lightning 3 will often do the same. That level 7 nuke, oh boy.
I'm concerned Luffy's wasting all his money without knowing if there's a shop item out there. There's a Roostic, so now he's got two evasion items because he picked up that defense sword down in Earth. Danny's making good progress over here through Ice Cave. I'm curious to see if she's gonna claim the title of Pirate Queen.
I would be shocked if she did. Luffy had the X-Cow. Danny does not. I would expect her to bypass it, which it doesn't really matter. Like, we got an X-Cow plus 5. That's massive. We'll find a katana somewhere. They're, like, everywhere. They're just falling out of the walls in every seed. Luffy taking a trip to Lefane. We must have known what that was. It's a ribbon.
So, options now for Luffy. We have maybe a shop item. We've got Ordeals, Waterfall, and Cardia to get some kind of progression going here.
Oh, no running on the Lefenian Peninsula.
It's the cops. They set up a speed trap.
Yeah.
They said, "Sir, you're going a little bit beyond the posted speed limit of 2 feet per minute. I'm gonna need you to wind it down."
Yep. Yeah, sir, I can't help but notice you were traveling in a northbound direction. That's illegal currently.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Over on the left-hand side, Danny found the cracked frost wolves.
We're just gonna have to take them down one swing at a time. This is definitely gonna make us not take on the Warmech fight. She's got the ribbon, so, like, I don't see her dying, but this is certain to frustrate her.
Yeah, luckily she was able to check that 3-pack up top with the warp trick earlier, so at least she doesn't have to drop back down and walk the whole route again.
Oh, chat pointing out Oxiel was for sale in the caravan. Luffy's got it and headed into sea. And Danny
she did that little stutter step in front of that Xbox, and my heart dropped for her for a second. Like, no. I know you're bold, but maybe this is a little bit of a too bold of an approach.
Hey, we got a floater! Yay!
It'd
Oh,
be
damn.
awful if there was something in that TFC lock. Oh no. Oh, maybe she's deciding, since I'm here, let me take solo levels.
I would be surprised. No, we forgot to do the warp trick.
Oh no, I thought she did it. I mean, at the same time though, 10,000 EXP per eye, maybe not a bad approach to life.
There's how many shards do we have? I don't think that's enough shards to commit to a to an eye grind here. But she did pick up the Zeus Gauntlet and is going to Zeus Gauntlet her way through this undead pack.
Looks like we have a key in the mermaids as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like that pivot to the defense sword. You haven't seen any kind of spells or scripts yet.
And we are taking kind of a lot of melee. The wraiths especially are the worst part of this fight.
I wonder if Luffy will do some mermaid carbonation. Oh, there we go. Carbonated bubbles for all the fans at home. You know, with your name, Lord Fizzlebeef, I'm surprised the Bubble Soda Company hasn't reached out to you for like an endorsement on that.
I mean, if nothing else, they tend to frown aggressively at me for when I don't carbonate bubbles. Maybe they're just trying the negative reinforcement method to get me to join the team.
He's pretty quick, but I think Luffy's about 7 shards in a loot shy of being able to enter Toher.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny escapes from ice, so that's great news there.
Mm-hmm. So, Danny gonna be in the air shortly. It seems like the seed is gonna come down to where is the loot. And this is probably practice seed bias, but the later I go in the seed without finding the loot, the more I start to suspect the key locks, specifically Marsh Lock or Ice Cave, but we already did Ice Cave. Like, it's usually one of the two.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I think the routing will be a little bit different here. Maybe it'll work in Danny's favor if, say, I don't know, the chime or the cube or the loot or all three end up in like the Cardia Isles, because I figure she'll promote here and then she'll bring her party back up in Crescent, and then hop down to promote and start checking out the southern hemisphere. I'm sorry, the northern hemisphere.
Oh, Cerebra. A Cerebrib. So Danny back in Crescent, got the band back together, gonna buy some heal pots.
Yeah, I think she's realizing that she's going to need a lot of those going in, because I'm not sure if she recalls maybe that Cure 4 was in Earth. I'm sorry, in level 4 white magic. There's a Katana +3.
Yep. And Luffy switching from the Xcal +5 to the Mazza +1?
I would definitely be throwing that Masa on the Red Mage and keeping the big boy Xcal on that night. Apparently, he also hates the Xcal. Ooh, and there's the loot over there in Cardia.
Oh, the loot was in Cardia?
Cardia Forest had the Limerick today. Oh no, well, luckily for Danny, she saved right before landing, so she reset out of a 2-pack of Arankleos. So she just has to go and re-grab it. So at least it's a quick re-grab here, but...
Question chat, do we need to remove Xcal Master from Luffy now? Wait, what? Oh, sorry. That doesn't say Master, that says Waster.
Well, it's also a negative note, so perhaps maybe that's going to be a training point for him later.
Yes.
Like if you see an Xcal +5 and you have someone who can use it,
yeah,
you should probably use it.
But you set it in their hands, and then you just wind them up and just let them just go to town.
Well, there's the loot and the chime so far in Cardia. Now if we need is that cube to make the trifecta here.
Yeah.
Luffy's full cleared C, so the only other options here for cube are going to be either in Mirage 1-2, in a key-locked box, or in this last set of Cardia boxes here, or Waterfall.
Well, he did just pick up the key, and it will be... Oh,
there you go!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Danny, please. Danny, resist the call of Mirage Sky. Danny, please.
That sky sound you hear is,
Oh.
I think gonna get louder. I wonder if she'll be checking the caravan, though. So if she goes left and checks the caravan and sees the Oxyale, maybe that'll be the thing to, keep her in the area.
Well, she is still looking for the key, so she does have a reason to be checking vendor checks. So we got that. I think we're gonna see a skydive.
If only she had thief lock picking. She could just knock open the door, not worry about the key. She'd be perfectly set. And it looks like Luffy is just one shard away, but still needs the loot. So you're 1 shard shy. You need the loot. Are you going back and checking key locks, or are you going to be daring and check Cardia?
Well, I'm here, so I'll check Cardia first, and then I'll check the key locks. But technically the density play, I think, is just going straight for the key locks. It also kind of, you know, let's see if, like, key was required for the thing all along, so I don't waste time checking a thing that I know my opponent will have been checking. But no, he's going Cardia first. And Danny did pick up the Oxyale and is headed for Sky.
The allure of the sky is just a little too loud.
It is. It's...
Wonder what the opposite of Sky provides is going to be. Sky distracts.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll see Luffy do a big brain play. Maybe he just picked up the chime in the cube, and maybe he'll just completely skip Cardia Forest and say, you know what, I'm going to go dive the Sky Shrine too. Nope, he's checking the forest.
Oh, here's the problem. This is... The skydive is correct, and I hate it.
And Luffy did just pick up his last shard as well. So level 19, level 20-ish. Are you feeling good diving Topher at these levels, or we still want some levels on our people?
Oh, I head straight into Topher at like level 13, because that's where I get my levels.
write that down for any of Gouda or for Fizzlebeast's opponents, namely Gouda. Assuming you're probably not out there in chat, but you might be.
Mm-hmm.
I see the Masa on that red mage. Did Luffy hear us through the void and make the correct call and put the X-Cal back on that knight?
No, it's too late. The note's there. I'm not scribbling it out.
I wouldn't either. I would just I would make sure he's aware that we noticed his poor play, and he must have felt it like a disturbance in the force. Like he knew something was amiss.
He just heard me yelling at him from across the country. All right, there's been enough. Hang on, let's just.
Is that in like an X-Cal taster?
Let's do a little. There we go. That's mostly correct.
So far, nothing really on Mirage 1 or 2. I mean, we know where the key is at, but maybe we can find some big boy gear still. I'm not sure if we've seen the Dragon Armor yet, but maybe we can find something else for the Fizzle Knight on Danny's side.
Oh man, Catmen are just ridiculous. Did we buy softs? No, but we got kind of enough. We just got to get out of Mirage, and we're not gonna have to worry about Brack anymore.
These unrunnables are doing a nice number on Luffy's heal pot situation. We're already down to sub 80 before we even get into the Phantom. Oh, I'm sorry, just after the Phantom.
We got free pro rings.
At least she'll be in Shard Go mode. I mean, granted, Danny will still be opening boxes because, again, key, but... And at least while she's up here, it'll give her some more of those big EXP fights to kind of offset that Warmech that Luffy was able to kill earlier. Looks like we're coming up on a Lich 2 fight on Luffy's side. A swing, and a zap, and nope, a fast and a fast. I guess we... Uh-oh, nuclear.
I mean, sometimes the Lich just does, like, weird random things, but, like, he still dies first turn.
Yeah, it was not very much HP either, only 670. And oh no, we did not house up outside, so we have no life charges for that red mage. So we're down to 3 on Luffy's side, plus whatever nonsense we can get up to over here. Unrunnable Agmas. I think over half of Luffy's fights have been unrunnable here, so if you weren't hurting for EXP before, the game's definitely making sure that he gets it now. So rounding the bend, looks like Luffy's really just not happy with that armor situation. He's second guessing himself, deciding what he wants to have who wearing what. We're sub 50 heal pots pulling carry 2 as well, so this might be a little sketch if she starts having any kind of big outgoing damage. 10 hits, 1251, takes out carry 2. Those are some very crit-happy waters. And he's clearing out spiderweb rooms up here in Sky 2. And we've got a squid fight. So we got a ruse, a power bonk, and a fast on the night.
Ooh, attack
And
straight
Kraken
to the
says,
knight.
hey, you look delicious.
Hey, I think that knight is the only thing in this party that might be a threat to me. Let's fix that. Ooh. Dang.
If anything, though, it does a number on his heal pot situation, because that's about 15 more heal pots he's got to waste. So we're down to 20 heal pots, pulling Tier 2 on Luffy's side. Got a white shirt going out for evasion, we got a power bonk going out, a roost stick going out, and Tiamat has, hey, I've got lightning. Got a fast on the knight, we've got a fire 3 coming out from Tia, so more chip damage. More power bonk on the knight, roost stick up front for the ninja, so he can hopefully take and dodge Tia's melee attacks if she has any. And Tia says, hey, that red mage looks tasty. 1500 damage. Tia's still up, down to 1900 though total. But now we're on to a ninja and a knight. Pulling chaos here in just a moment or so for Luffy. Dragon armor +3 in the top set of boxes in Sky for Danny. Only 4 more boxes before she realizes she's got to go back over to C for that key.
Oh, I know.
Unrunnable Twilight Party Pack slowing Luffy down a little bit. Got 11 heal bots. Pulling chaos. And we have no way to heal. So if chaos is spell and skill happy and has any kind of big damage skills on him, this may not end well for Luffy. We're going to go with straight defense strats, and Chaos already missing punching the ninja before he does any kind of evasion. So continued evasion strats, roost stick, defense sword. Fire 2 chip damage from Chaos, and now we're going to start over to the buffing one. And we're missing with the ninja. Chaos is also missing, so I guess that's fair.
So many melee-happy fiends. This is kind of insane. This is not the usual Topher experience. Alright, finally we get some magic, but it's lightning too, which doesn't matter. Single hit for 14 damage. Yeah, we need some more power there.
We've got Excal on that fighter. For all that work we did to kill that robot chicken. Might have been curious if we wanted to swap off. Ooh, a slow 2. Oh no.
Okay, yeah, that went to the ninja, and that's good, but we're gonna be here for a minute, and that might circle back around and tag that knight.
One for 379, and it looks like Tia's still able to hit that knight as well. And we're throwing out heal pot strats on the ninja. I mean, he's slowed. There's not much else he can do. Continuing to buff up, knowing we need some just raw damage to get past this. Chaos with ink, so nothing happening there. All those bonks, still only 124 damage out of that X-Cap.
Yeah, turns out you need more than one swing to get there. Nuclear takes down the ninja, but we're getting some lucky crits. Oh, 4 hits, 926.
And there it is. You cheat.
Down goes Chaos. Luffy finishing with official race time 1 hour 6 minutes 11 seconds. GG.
Great job, Pirate King. Way to win that one there for us.
Man, that Chaos was scary.
So how did you feel about your run? Any impulsive thoughts you want to share? Because I'm not sure if you can see our notes, but red is bad. And we might have some things to discuss with you.
I was hoping. I'm looking at like this wonderful like art that I see in front of me, and I cannot wait to watch this back and hear the story. But yeah, like I guess I've caught Danny doing the key hunt right here, which feels kind of bad. What was that? I think it was right side C. Mermaids. Let's see what else you have. And it says, yeah, like no, we don't have time for magic. Danny's too good. I'm not going back and buying magic and wasting my time.
I'm pretty sure you also didn't use a house outside of Topher.
I did. I got my magic charges on the way down.
Gotcha.
For that life chart. I considered warping out before.
Yeah. You still could have bought lock, so the note stands.
I could have. You're not wrong. And I could have probably got fast on that ninja to make chaos a little bit more doable. But this is a great lesson learned right here. Because question, I had a practice the other night with an X-Cal +5 against a Masa +2. And the X-Cal was doing more damage. Is that even going to be true on Chaos? Or is that just like...
It's true up until Chaos.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I should have pulled out that Masa. But, you know, again, I don't got time to switch weapons. I'm too scared of Danny.
Yeah, I think we had talked about it when the X-Cal Waster tag got put underneath your side of the stream. But that elemental damage bonus and the fact you had someone swinging that really big boy X-Cal, I think that'll pretty much outshine everything on these flags up until Chaos, like Fizzle mentioned.
Yeah, I should have swapped it, but, you know, at that point, I was not sure how it was even going to work out.
I mean, at the end of the day, the Fiend is dead. You win, so it worked.
It was okay. These flags have been fun. They've been interesting at times. The race was fun, though. Danny's really a great competitor. She's better than she gives herself credit for. She's been beating me consistently in practices, so it looks like it took a trolley key for me to take this one out, and it is what it is.
So what I'm hearing is you're going to hate to face her later on when she makes it back to finals and takes you out there in a best of 3.
Bold of you to assume I make it past the next round. There's a lot of great runners out there. But I would be more than happy to race Danny again at any time. She's, you know, a good friend, a great runner. She's, you know, one of the first people to welcome me into this community. I have nothing but the utmost respect for her. So it's always a treat whenever, you know, Fizzle's children get to go at it in the most loving way possible.
So, yeah, unfortunately, Danny did left side C first, and that key was on the right side.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it's like a 50-50 coin flip.
Yeah. I think the Oxio was at on-rack, you know, vendor spot, which was kind of funny. The caravan vendor. So it was right there, and I could have done... Cardia, which I think had Cube and Chime in it as well, which, you know, would have been a heck of a thing, and then just go Sky. But like with the Oxio right there, I said, let me take my chance and go to C, because there's always been something here. And that just happened to have the key, and then it was just, where's the loot? And it was right next to the Chime, I think, which was pretty lucky. Yeah,
when you watch this back, you'll see that outside of one early routing decision change, you guys were pretty much in lockstep up through the entire seed. So the biggest thing early was after getting Canal, you went and promoted, whereas Danny just continued on over to the Earth area. She didn't promote until after doing Volcano and Ice, so she hopped in the air, promoted, and then she got Cube, Chime, and Loot all at the same time, and I think that's really what drove her to go towards Sky.
Yeah, I can totally see that. My pathing took me the other direction, and I came up on rack first. And if I had come the other way and gotten chime and cube first, I absolutely would have just turned around and went right to sky.
So, one of the other questions I had for you was early on. Let's talk level 2 magic.
Mm-hmm.
You went for the zap. You went for what was the other one? The warp? No, warp was level 3.
Fast.
Yeah, you
zap,
went for zap.
fast, and
went
I've
for
learned
zap.
lamp as well. I think was there.
Yeah, you went zap. You went fast. You did not go lightning 2. Despite having 0 sweepers at the time.
Yeah. I thought that this is whatever. I'll find something better at level 3 or 4, and I didn't. Fortunately, the melee was quite good because I think at that point the thief, the fighter, and the red mage all had like a weapon plus 3 or 5 or something. So I wasn't very scared of much in the early game with weapons like that. I figured I'd be able to take it out, and I would eventually find some magic. And then all the magic was much later than I wanted it to be, which also was kind of making the thought of doing a grind in Temple of Fiends a little scary because he didn't really have the sweepers, I think, to really do it comfortably. So when I went there to get the levels, I just kind of made the decision, this is I can't waste my time. I got to keep going. And then I got all the levels with all the unrunnables on the chimeras and gemeras on the way down. That felt horrible that I couldn't use all those spell casts that I got on the way down, but it's fine.
I do appreciate you beating Garland in honorable 3v1 combat with swords at the beginning. That was a very nice change of pace. Oh, hey, look, I have a big boy spell. But you at least gave him a fighting chance, so that was very commendable.
I think I burned both ice 3 charges from the thief on like unrunnable wolf packs or something. So I was like, all right, well, that's fine. I got plus 3 swords. I can do Garland pretty easily. So luckily I did.
Yeah, I think it was that Topher Trail Mix pack of like the Imp, Gur-Imp, Wolf, Gur-Wolf.
Yep.
So only a matter of time now before Danny unfortunately bumps into that key. What other questions do I have for you that are notes inspired? The only other one that's here is I noticed that actually no. Let me backtrack to Ice Cave. You found the war mech. Was that a thing you were always going to take, or was it an in the moment like I think I can take this, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how much fear did you have during that fight?
At that point with the X-Cal and it was probably like a 7. I didn't plan on doing it. I saw it was there and I paused for a second thinking like this would be really good. It could also be very, very dangerous. But I didn't get that many random encounters on the way down. I had a pretty good idea of where I was in the encounter table. I thought if I take this wipe to Warmech, I lose, 45, 60 seconds on the dive down because I don't think I got many encounters. I know it's here. It's probably worth a shot because I need some levels, and I knew the magic was so bad that like I wasn't going to get levels the old-fashioned way that I've been doing in practices. So I had to do something dangerous / creative, and it just kind of worked out that he had maybe less than 1300 HP. It was like one big swing from the X-Cal, and it took him down.
We did notice a few minutes after you killed Warmech, when Danny was at the same spot, she unfortunately took that Frostwolf pack, and they showed her something that they didn't show you, which was, hey, we can crack your whole party.
Oh,
so she managed to dodge it on the the fighter wearing the ribbon at the time.
That's yeah. There's always something out there that has a really unfriendly script or just unexpected, just nasty in front of you. So that sucks. That's no other way to put that. That's rough.
Yeah, it was tough to see because we were watching you get through the fight. We're like, oh, he got through no problem. Wolves are just wolves. And then Danny walks up and the wolf and says, hey, there's a hole in the ground under you, and 3 of her people fell in.
Oh, gee, yuck. Yeah. That's this game though. Like that's gonna happen. That could have very easily been me.
We also did give you some commendations for using the oft ignored ice cave river dock.
Yes.
Because that was a nice little GPS commendation you received there for your Boy Scouting.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I was wondering what that was about. Yay!
Yeah,
well, we learn from the best, so. It's easy to forget that's there, because you don't have to use it very often. But you know, I've made the mistake of sailing from Crescent to up there before, and then every time I go past that river, I would think, why don't I just park here? So now it's ingrained in me to just park there.
I feel like it's a good habit to have. We talked about it at the time, but it's one of those things where a lot of the community grew out of using it when the extended and open progression flags basically became a mainstay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to say, hey, you still have this option should you need it. So it's nice to be able to show that off and show it can be used to, in your case, use it to get to ice quicker. For Danny, she used it to get into both volcano and ice from that same port.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, look, it's that unrunnable Chimera.
It's everyone's favorite, Jim and Jim.
The gyms are good. The chims, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I have to assume that this is our proper dive. We're just going down in. Yeah. We've been all over creation, so at some point we definitely got the levels for this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and we're overcapped on shards as well, so she's even going to be getting a little bit of an extra bump of EXP that Luffy didn't see on his way down.
Mm-hmm. We are in the same spot on the encounter table that I was at. Good luck. This was terrible.
Yeah, so you have, I think, 2 more of these, maybe 1 or 2 more of these fights. You have the big old unrunnable Agamas.
Yep.
On the volcano floor for on the carry 2 floor.
Yeah, don't forget Team Edward Sparkle Pack after Tia. That was panic.
Yeah, you had only your thief and fighter up at the time, and I'm sure the first thing that pops in your head was, please don't cast anything big.
Yeah, that, and like I had the 2 casts of Fire 3, luckily, and the first one rolled so horrible on like 5 of them. I'm like, oh, that's really bad. If they come back with something, I'm in deep trouble. But luckily, they just meleeed and kept missing.
Were you at all nervous about your heal pot situation? So we were kind of keeping tabs on your dive. So we noticed that shortly after the Phantom fight, you were down to like 70. And long story short, by the time you had finished off Tia 2, I think you had maybe 11 left when you entered the Chaos floor.
That feels right, yeah. I think I saw it was like 77 after the first unrunnable Chimera Jimera, and I knew where I was. I'm thinking, this is very, very bad if I get more of these unrunnables. And then like the very next fight, like Danny's on, was another one. And I'm like, oh, this is really not good. I think I was down to maybe 40 heal pots by carry because of the nuke also on Lich. That, was pleasant.
Yeah, it felt like between all the unrunnables and all those big damaging skills, it was just really designed to try and make you really rely on that resource allocation stat that you've been kind of really good at. Like one of your big strong suits, I feel like, is that saving your resources for when you need it, and that's inclusive of heal pots. But it was kind of like pushing you to the limit. It felt like just had thrown out something big. Like I think she had Ice 2, Fire 2, or Fire 3. If we'd seen anything else from Tia, you may have not have been in such a pleasant circumstance or situation pulling Chaos.
I definitely think so. And it was, you hate to say fortunate that she killed one of the party members, but it was probably a good thing she took a turn to kill the red mage and then decided to throw out some more garbage, which could have made me burn the rest of the resources, especially with the unrunnable fight just a few steps later.
Yeah. Speaking of nuclear from Lich,
Yeah.
nuclear rolling big across the board, and unfortunately, Wheels goes down.
I bet she's got life, though.
I believe she went back to Crescent Lake. I'm not sure what her spell charge situation is, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think it may have been like you.
We got
we
a
have
whole
one.
charge, which, yeah, we're going to bank that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll hold that till we need it.
We got some sleepy fire lizards. They touch you and they make you take a nap.
It's so rude.
Just a casual 20,780 XP for the whole party. Nothing to scoff at.
And going straight in.
Mm-hmm.
Fast in power. And the white shirt, I guess.
Well, the white shirt's like, you go to Spain, Mexico, running in the bulls. You got to wave that shirt around. So that's really all the ninja's doing. He's waving the shirt to try and get Carrie's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did she pick up the third ribbon and I missed it?
No, I don't believe she went over to Gaia, so I don't believe she ever turned in that bottle.
Okay.
Big swing.
I think she popped. Well, I may be wrong. I know she picked up Nuke. I don't recall if she walked upwards or not.
Oh, chat's saying she did, so let me just fix that real quick. There we go.
I like that pop of color.
So shiny.
Oh, you got all 3 ribbons. Let's celebrate. Yay!
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, Rib 3 was the slab turn-in? Was it? No, slab turn-in was, wasn't that a ruse stick?
Wait. Oh. The ribbon was the slab turn-in. It was. Because I decided to keep it after after walking down there, because I only had one at that point.
Okay. Nobody saw nothing.
Saw what?
I didn't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, big old punch from the ninja, bigger punch from the fighter knight, the next cow. Kraken 2 going down. And Danny seems to be in a maybe slightly better heal pot situation than you were in. I mean, obviously you cleared it, but,
Yeah, she looks like she's got a pretty good set. I was around the same going onto this floor, I think, so she's in a pretty good spot.
Swing bonk double fast. I like to see it.
I like that pivot. She decided to throw the Cure 4 out on the knight instead of doing anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Big hit, 9 hits, 1435 damage. Down goes Tia 2, minimal damage taken. Danny in a good spot after we pass this Team Edward Fan Club Sparkle Pack over here. Just have to make sure Wheels stays up. We don't have a way to bring Wheels back. Alright, and we're in. Danny's going to be doing her final prep before Chaos, and then Fizzle, did you want to call the Danny Chaos fight?
Yeah, Danny, you got this. Just hit it. Just hit it hard and fast, repeatedly. Also, a Mazda would be nice.
Probably will do a better job.
Nah, we ain't got time. We'll just take the X-Cal. Whatever, it's fine. Let's start with some white shirt action. We're going to fast up that knight, do some ruse. We want to make sure we only have to do this fight once, so we'll get the evasion up just in case this turns into a solo situation. White shirt goes out, fast goes off. Between the white shirt and the ruse, that gets us halfway to the evasion cap. Let's try fasting. And we're switching over to power bonk strats. Fast on the ninja, just in case that decides to swing anytime soon. Incoming melee manages to tag the ninja, which is difficult. 3 hits, 197 out of a fasted katana. That is the first sign of, uh-oh, I hope we brought lock charges. Fire 2 ain't gonna do much. More tempers to power this knight into orbit. 9 hits, 403. That's pretty good. 6 hits, 753. That seems strong. Another 287. We are doing sizable damage to this chaos, and it's already gone. GG Danny. Finishing with official race time. 1 hour, 26 minutes, 52 seconds. GG.
GG's, Danny.
And we're joined by Danny. How's it going, Danny?
And all of this beautifulness that I'm looking at.
Isn't it wonderful?
There's something under that R that I can't tell if it's a cupcake or a dick, and I'm choosing to believe it's a ladder because that's what that key was.
Neither. It's a muffin. Muffins came up at some point. There is now a muffin on the overlay.
Okay, I'm going with my idea. Sorry.
We did appreciate how you aggressively opened that key box at least a half a dozen times after
Yes.
finding it.
It sure did.
Yeah.
I had a lot of words for that key.
Yeah. So
Sure
yeah,
did.
we I have been keeping notes. Green is a good note and red is a not so good note. And unfortunately, one of your notes is dump stat luck. Because and routes correctly because you got handed all the things you needed for Mirage Sky, and the key sure wasn't in there.
As soon as I had both of those and then that Oxy, I know, and I'm going to go to Sky and I bet you that they have keys and frickin' see. I almost completely reset out a crack inside, but I only had the one ribbon, and I wanted another one, and I was not searching down which turn-in was the ribbon.
Mhm.
And then I got handed a katana. I still almost reset out of it. And then I got handed a katana 3, and I was like, oh, fuck you, game. It's fine, we'll go fight Kraken. Luffy, tell me you did C or Sky and then C, and I'm going to be really mad.
If I had routed the way you did, I would have. I came from the other direction and hit the caravan first. Once I got the Oxyel, I just dipped right into C right there before going over to Cardia. Once I went to Cardia and found the chime and the cube basically back to back, I thought, oh, if I came from the other way, I would have turned around and went right to Sky. So
Gotcha.
I kind of got slightly pretty lucky right there.
Gotcha. Damn it.
Mhm.
Well, at least you didn't do the exact same thing as me and still beat me by 20 minutes. And I just feel like, you know what? I think it's time I call it a day. I peaked long ago. I'm just going to go back to scheduling things and let everyone else play because clearly I shouldn't be doing this.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
neither.
I'm sure you'll watch this back, but we talked about it with Luffy a little bit earlier. For really 90% of the seed, you guys were basically in lockstep, doing pretty much the exact same thing. The biggest two divergences were early on after Luffy got Canal, he went and promoted immediately, while you went over to Earth, and then once you guys met back up, you were again in lockstep until he decided to go dive C, whereas you did the Cardia check and got kind of baited over to Sky.
Tail and I had that X-Scout, but I don't need an X-Scout +5 to get through Earth, and I wasn't going all the way down there and coming back. Nope.
That's the spirit. Goes Earth.
Yeah. That was probably the right choice. I was too scared.
Look, I wasn't doing anything that costed me extra time. You're faster than me. I know better.
And here I am make sure I take the time to not screw up because I'm scared of you. Like it just don't mess up. Be smart. Play smart.
I fell on my face plenty enough to get you away. You're welcome, buddy.
This was a luck of the direction you flew here. If I came from the other
Nah.
way, I would have been high-fiving you all the way through Sky.
Damn it. Damn it.
Well, I know that our special guest, Mr. 757757, has to get some sleep soon, so that he can get sleep for another couple years. So I think we'll move this along towards final thoughts. Luffy, final thoughts.
Thank you for doing this tonight. Fizzle and 7575777 and WinFox for tracking, and everybody for coming out and watching. I can't wait to watch this back. Art is a beautiful thing, and I'm excited. Danny, GG's. You never give yourself enough credit. I'm just race hard because I know it's you and I care. So thank you for a great race. Thank you, Fizzle, for everything, and 75777 and everybody else. Appreciate it. And we'll see what happens in the next race.
Danny, final thoughts.
Hey, Loopy, next time, care less. Also, I'm seeing on the layout that this is Dark Moon approved. I'm going to assume that's either a joke or he was in a really good mood after winning his race.
Oh no, he was complaining, but the complaint it's basically an approval, so it is Dark Moon approved.
I mean, I take it as one. You'll never convince me otherwise.
He's overruled right
no,
here.
this
beautiful.
It's a beautiful work of art, and
Mhm,
I
mhm.
dare anyone to say otherwise, and I will argue with them if they do, because they're wrong, and it's fine. They can be wrong. Clearly, they just don't have an eye for such beautifulness. That seed sucked. But if I was going to lose to anybody, I will gladly lose to Luffy any day. My older little brother always wanted to do well. So if I get to be the stepping stone that propels him forward in the upper brackets, I'm okay with that. Sucks to be whoever has to race him next. To everyone who helped with this, WinFox, who I know messaged me, wanted to track. Appreciate it. 7577777, all the sevens. Nice to see you back, buddy. It's been a couple of years since Ball League. I don't know how Fizzle unearthed you, but appreciate it. And Fizzle, this is fucking beautiful. I can't wait to watch this back. Love you bunches for all of this and put it together. And you're the best. You just freaking are. And everyone who watched, I hope you had more fun watching this than I had fun playing it. I'm shutting up now.
My co-coms, Mr. 757575, final thoughts.
First and foremost, I want to just say thanks to the runners. You guys put on a great race. Don't downplay your talents, like Luffy said. Danny, like I said, you kept this kind of neck and neck until the key decided it wanted to be awfully mean to you tonight. Outside of that, though, I just want to say this tournament seems fun from the outside looking in, and I appreciate Fizzle tracking me down in my stasis chamber and waking me up for this, because this was a lot of fun. I might have to start doing this again.
Mm-hmm.
Key was a dick muffin.
Well
Now we
said.
can quit.
Stick around, everybody. We got lots more winter tournament action. I believe we have a match that is going on right now, or at least very shortly, perhaps. No,
It just started.
It
Should be
just
gone,
started
yeah.
15 minutes ago. Iker versus Fred Coughlin over on Speed Gaming 4. We're going to send you over there momentarily. And I just want to say, for both of you, just because I can, thank you for putting up with my crazy dumb antics. You both get hearts with your GGs. Thank you.
Don't put up with it. We encourage it and we love
Indeed.
it. We are
We do.
beyond thankful that you do this so that our races are whatever this goofiness is.
Yep, agreed. 100%.
And a huge shout out to WinFox, who actually reached out asking to volunteer for this monstrosity. I handed him a Jack in the Box and a blindfold and told him I need your help. So he was a great sport for volunteering for this. Saying in chat, I don't know if I regret this decision or want more of this. That's how these go. So we're going to send y'all over to Speed Gaming 4. For everybody here at the Final Fantasy Randomizer community, my name is Lord Fizzlebeef, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everyone.